policy-making decisions. Okay, prior to the sanctions, it was the first time in Venezuelan history that people had access to education. Okay, it was the first time that people had access to medical services. I cannot. Yeah, where's her? Yeah, exactly. Where's our medical services? So this is the first time under this government, okay? The government of PSUV, the Revolutionary Socialist Party of Venezuela, that poor people were put first. And this is the reason why this is happening. If you notice, if you look closely in Venezuela, there are very few right-wing people out in the streets. And that is because the extreme right wing, represented by Maria Machado, has never had support in Venezuela. She has had support by the middle class, fascists outside of Venezuela, but never inside of Venezuela. And so what you see now are Chavistas doing two things. One, mobilizing the militias that they have been in practice with for years, because of course Chavez saw this coming, right? And also they are standing in line with for food, because they don't know when the bombings are going to stop. Delcy Rodriguez, the vice president of Venezuela, did not say what the US government wanted her to say. She said that we recognize Nicolas Maduro and he is the democratically elected president of Venezuela.
Yeah.
So our charge as people of the United States is two things. One, and I hate saying this, you guys, because I hate talking to them. Most of them suck, except for the ones that are here. Talking to our elected representatives. Okay? Our federal ones, particularly. I'm primarying them, yeah. And so putting on some nice pants, talking to them and explaining the situation of what is going on. Okay? Irregardless of how they feel about President Maduro, what has happened is completely illegal, wildly illegal.
Right.
Right. So we produce talking points. There's a million organizations that you can get talking points from, but use them. Please call, email, whatever the hell you can do to make them feel the pressure of people on the streets that we are absolutely not accepting this bullshit by this president or this administration. Secondly, okay, please, and I say this as somebody from a country that was couped by the United States, I am Chilean. None of this both sides bullshit. No more of this. Nothing with Maduro is a dictator, but that is exactly what has led us to this moment. It sinks in the minds of liberals, this great feeling about Venezuela, this country that they know nothing about, that they've never been to. Okay? That Maduro is a dictator. I was an election observer, okay, for the presidential elections. Maduro was democratically re-elected by 52%, okay? If he was going to fudge the numbers, why would he pick 52%? So please, none of this two sides bullshit. That is what has led us to this moment. This is a crime. This is an international crime, okay? Is the AOC going to come to our defense? Not unless we push them. Is any of our elected Congress people going to come to our defense? No, not unless we push them.
That's right.
And so we have seen this with Palestine. They pretend to give a shit about international law, but at the end of the day, they need to feel the pressure. Most people in this country do not support what is going on. The AFL-CIO has come out against it. Okay?
Yeah.
So it is there. It is just about, again, pressuring them to stop this bullshit, stop killing people in Venezuela.
Right.
So our message is clear, because the next couple of days and weeks are going to be messy. You're going to hear a million different things, and I don't like to provide conjecture, right? It feels gross. But our responsibility as socialists here is clear. No war against Venezuela.
No war against Venezuela.
Thank you.
everybody. Our next speaker, another organizer from the PSO. Please welcome up Gabby.
We're all gathered here today to oppose the war in Venezuela, and we are not alone. More than 100 U.S. cities have taken to the streets less than 24 hours from news of Trump's attacks on Venezuela.
Let's go!
It's clear to me that millions of Americans know the truth. War doesn't serve us, and we refuse to let Trump go to war without our consent. When the United States starts invading other countries, it is always an act of violence with an ulterior motive. To the United States, war is a business, violence and coercion are the tactics, and profits are the end goal. For 200 years, the U.S. has waged war across the world to gain control of resources that they are not entitled to. To the people of the world, the U.S. is the world's biggest thief. Now let's sort out some facts here. Number one, Venezuela has the largest oil reserves in the world. Number two, Trump himself said in plain terms that his goal in invading Venezuela is to take their oil, land, and minerals. Number three, President Maduro is not a leader of any cartel whatsoever. The DEA's annual report on international drug trafficking had no mention of any cartel from Venezuela. And number four, the cost of war is enormous and we pay for it every single day. The aircraft Trump deployed to the coast of Venezuela today costs over $17 billion of our tax dollars to build, and that is only scratching the surface of what we would have to pay for Trump's dream of an occupied Venezuela. A war on Venezuela is an attempt to crush the economic sovereignty fought for and won by the working class people of Venezuela. The only crime that the Venezuelan people have committed is that they dare to build a sovereign, independent government that refuses to do business with the world's biggest thief, the United States. That independence is a threat to U.S. domination. What does President Trump do when faced with this threat? He lies and gaslights us into thinking that Venezuela is a threat to us. But let me be clear, Venezuela is not a threat. It is a fact that in the case of this war and all imperial wars, that the biggest threat is the United States, its military power, its relentless need to control the world's resources so that the rich can become richer. Who benefits from a war in Venezuela? It's not me, it's not you, it's not the soldiers and their families, risking lives to fight an unnecessary war. And it's certainly not the Venezuelan people who are now living under threat of U.S. bombs, their democratically elected president kidnapped under false charges. But I will tell you who benefits. It's the politicians, CEOs, and shareholders who will stop at nothing to gain more wealth from the oil and gas industry and the military-industrial complex. We cannot allow this to happen without opposition. There is blood being shed, and we cannot be complicit. The true power lies in the power of the people, but we need to come together as we are today and show them that this is a mass movement and we say no war. No war.